Hey guys, how's it going? This is Coach Matt at Elite Throws Coaching. So, this is a little bit of a weird one because it was a YouTube link that was sent. So, what I did was I did a screen capture or a screen recording of the YouTube video, and then I'm going to do a screen recording of that screen recording. So, this way we can go frame by frame, where YouTube you can't really go frame by frame. It can just go in slow motion, kind of quarter speed type thing. Um, so just wanted to kind of, if there is any issues, like if it's a little grainy or whatnot, that's probably why. But let's take a look. So I'm going to see here as we go through the number one thing that pops into my head when I watch these throws, maybe not the first one, but all of the ones after that, is the word spin. And that word spin is a word that I don't like. I don't think it should be part of throwing. And you can see here that the throw itself, especially when we get to the middle, is very spinny. There's not a lot of separation. There's not a lot of kind of, well, I guess the right word is separation between the upper body and the lower body. Here's all the stuff I watch on YouTube: Black Panther stuff and Marvel and home gym and golf. It's pretty much all I watch, home improvement stuff. All right, so let's go back. Let's take a look. So essentially, we're going to be going frame by frame here as we take a look at this throw. And what I want you to look for is separation. So right here, we have a little bit of separation. You can see that the toes and the knees are pointing forward. The shoulders are turned back, and we have some flexion here in the midsection. All right, and then as we go through the throw here, you can see that we're coming out of the back. The right foot's a little bit late coming off the back, but this late in the season, I don't think that's worth kind of talking about. I don't think that's really worth fixing. This is where we need to look, because this throw here in particular, there's a great job of driving, nice linear run, nice linear drive down the middle. And what I want you to watch for is, where is the separation? So at some point in this throw, does the lower body accelerate in front of the upper body and cause there to be separation? So let's take a look. You can see that upper body is still moving, which is nice. Lower body is moving as well. Okay, at this point, we want to see, I want to be able to read that shirt. So I want the head to stay back. I want the left arm up a little bit more, and I want the left arm back. And you can see what happens. Watch how the throw starts to happen before the left foot's down on the ground. Now the left foot's down on the ground. And check out where we're at this point. So do you see how we're supposed to be keeping that upper body back until the left foot touches down? But in this one, the upper body starts to spin around with the lower body. You lose separation, you lose that torque, and then by the time that left foot is on the ground, we're already opened up. So we should be facing the back of the circle here and opened up a lot. The left arm is already going out there. The upper body's already turned. The weight has already shifted between the feet. And then the push, although it's a good looking push with the upper body, you can see there's not really much behind it. Really, the push kind of starts here and ends right there when the foot comes off the ground. Right there. So really, there's only a push for a little while. At that point, the feet come off the ground. Not a whole lot of push. Imagine if we started the push, instead of starting the push from here, we started the push from here. So look at all the extra push. Look at all the extra time the hand would be on the ball until the foot came off the ground. So we've got to do a better job of keeping separation and keeping back. And this is the best looking throw out of all of them, in my opinion. The other ones are really, really, really spinny. So let's take a look. This is the same day. Same, pretty much like the next throw, I'd have to assume. And let's take a look. Very similar position out of the back. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to get that right foot off the ground earlier this late in the season. Watch the drive. Remember, the last time was that good straight ahead drive. And now there's no more drive. See how that's turning into a spin? How he's starting to twirl around a little bit too early? So he's starting to twirl around too early. We've already lost that separation. And in the last video I said, remember how I could see the logo on his shirt? That logo is already starting to disappear. There it goes. So again, the upper body and the lower body are moving around together. There's not a whole lot. Now look at where the left arm is when the left foot comes down. At least before, the left arm was kind of pointing at this yellow house, this tan house over here. And this one, that left arm's already wide open. And then the push happens here, here, and then the right foot's off the ground. So we've got to do a better job of staying back, keeping the eyes back, keeping the left arm back, creating that separation, creating that relaxation in the trunk so that the upper body can stay back. The upper body can stay a little bit more loose, a little bit more relaxed. Allow the lower body to go first, and then let that upper body whip into the throw. Here, you can see how the shoulders and the knees and the hips, so there's the feet, there's the knees, there's the hips, there's the shoulders. They're all kind of lined up. I can see the back of the feet, the back of the knee, his butt, and the back of the shoulders. It's kind of like that the whole time. There's really not a whole lot of separation. There's not a whole lot of twist. There's not a whole lot of torque that's built up. So that's the number one thing we got to work on. Okay, let's watch this next one in full speed and you'll be able to see it. Watch how there's really no separation. See how his whole body kind of twirls around together? Let's take a look at that again. See that? How the whole body just kind of twirls around together, moves around together? Let's see. Here we go. So watch how everything moves together. There's no separation. Everything just sort of twirls together. This is a great one to look at as well because it's right from the back of the circle. So check it out. Now watch. I can see toes, knees, hips, shoulders. All right. Let's see if they ever don't move together. So there goes the shoulder and the knee. Okay. There goes the shoulder and the knee and the left arm. This is a really nice start. Okay. Right foot comes off the ground at a pretty good time. Okay. Really nice job. Look at that. Left arm's going. Okay. Now we can see everything in the back of the body. Now at this point, we've got to have that straight ahead drive, that straight ahead run, like you're trying to run or like hop over a puddle. So it's got to be straight. Like someone at this point is going to take him from behind and shove him as hard as possible, and he's going to run and go barreling over that toe board. And watch how the head and the shoulder and everything turns a little bit too early. See how there's no separation. We've got to, at some point, we've got to kind of, I don't want to say delay the upper body, but we've got to get this lower body to come around first. And now look at, see how there's a little bit of separation, how the shoulder is just inside the knee? Yeah, it's just inside the knee, and now they're all kind of even again. And look at his eyes. He's already starting to think about looking at where he's going to throw. So he's looking. Now at this point, that left foot's got to come down. He has to keep his upper body back and get the left foot down. But he continues to spin that upper body around. Now the left foot's down, and he's lost about 90 degrees or more of rotation on that throw. He should be here with the left foot down, and he's here with the left foot down. So we just got a little bit of an issue with opening up too early. Okay, good looking delivery, but we've got an issue with opening up way too early and not being patient with that upper body, not letting that separation occur in the middle of the circle. And that's the biggest thing we're going to work on. And like I said, as you mentioned, he's looking for some last minute scholarship stuff, and we need to get some more distance out of this throw. And I can all day long tell you little things like, oh, get off the back of the circle earlier, or get the arm up, get the arm down, do this with your head, do this with your foot, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest bang for your buck that you are going to get out of this thrower right here is to make sure he keeps his upper body back, keeps his left armpit closed. So looks back at the camera, points back at the camera until this left foot touches down near the front of the circle. Once the left foot touches down near the front, Then he can go all the way around and push. Don't start your push from here if you can start your push from here. Get the left foot down and start pushing from right here. Get into double support, both feet on the ground, push with both legs. So you watch when he starts to push with both legs. It's here. The left foot's on the ground, both feet are on the ground. Pushes with both legs, pushes with both legs, done. Because his right foot came off the ground. So if we can get him into double support earlier, if we can get him into double support sooner, if we can get him to push from all the way back here instead of starting his push from here, instant 3 feet on his throw. Without question. I mean, instant 3 feet on his throw. Okay, so that's what I think I'm going to have you work on the most. There's a few ways of doing this. Okay, I just want to see how far this one goes. See if I can see it land. Ah! No! Where's the ball? Right there. I mean, that's probably, it's got to be close to 50. Right around that 50 mark. So if we can get another 3 feet out of this throw, a lot of coaches are going to start saying, hey, we found some extra money. I don't know where this money came from, but we found a couple grand. So this is the big thing to work on. Now, there are some ways of doing it. You can do it with drills or you can do it with position work. I like position work the best because when you go through the positions, you can work on keeping that upper body back every time. So the 4 positions that I always teach are going to be the standing throw or that power position throw, whatever you guys call it. Then there's going to be the middle of the circle, which is the mirror turn or the half turn or the wheel drill, again, whatever you guys call it. Then there's the South African, and then there's the full. So there's the 4. Standing throw, you're going to be right here. Okay, standing throw, you're going to have both feet on the ground. All right, and you're going to have your upper body and your left arm back. So you're going to look like this with the left foot on the ground. Okay, eyes back, left arm back, pointing at an object behind the circle. We're talking like 20 feet behind the circle. So it might be like a garbage can, fence post, a light pole, the discus circle, I don't know, whatever's back there. You know, put a backpack, put the other green shoe, something where we can kind of catch that. Get a good look at that object back there. Look at it, point at it, and throw. So that's your standing throw. Then you're going to do mirror turns. Okay? Mirror turn. You're going to mirror turn, and you're going to look and point at the object before you throw. And then you're going to do South Africans. And then you're going to do the South African, hit the middle, look at the object. So don't look over here where you're going to throw. Look at the object, point at the object, and then throw. And then your fulls, of course, you're going to look at the object, point at the object, and then throw. So every single position, every time you get through that circle, you're going to look at the object, and then you're going to point at the object, and then you're going to throw. All right? So it's all about position work. Keep the eyes back. Keep the left arm back. All right. Make sure to keep those things back until your left foot touches down. Now, this is going to be the throw which shows a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here. Well, it's only really one thing, but watch. From here, look at how he could drive down that circle. Okay. He could run down that circle, and then this turns a little bit into a spin right here. Now, watch. The right foot's doing a good job turning in the middle. The right foot's turning. The right foot's turning. What a beautiful job the right foot's doing. Look at that. Right foot's turning. Bang. Left foot comes down. And see how I can take a look at him like this? How everything is even? At this point, he should be looking back here. He should have an object. I don't know if this is like a softball field or something out here or like long jump pit. I don't know what this is. But this might be a throwing area. You guys might have a lot of different throwing areas, which is pretty cool. But there's got to be something like bleachers or another goalpost or a tree, power lines, whatever is back there he needs to look at. Or you can take that other green shoe and put it back there. Because you can see here how he's looking at the camera, and he should be looking back here. So imagine if that left foot came down on the ground here while his upper body was back. Then he'd be able to throw from here and put all this into the throw rather than 1, 2, 3, and the foot's off the ground. See that? So why only 3 frames of a video when it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames of a video? It's almost 3 times as long of a push. 3 times as much, 3 times as many milliseconds or whatever that you're pushing on the ball. It's going to make the ball go a lot farther. So that's what I would do. I would do those 3 parts of the throw and then the full throw, but put something in the back to look at and point at when you get in that power position. That way it's going to help him hold his shoulders back, hold his chest back, hold his upper body back, create that separation in the middle, and put that into the throw. All right, so normally I'd give a bunch of small things to work on as well, but I think this needs to be the big thing. This needs to be the number one thing to work on with this throw. This has to be the biggest bang for your buck, and it's going to be a very hard habit to break, but it's the thing that needs to happen the most in order to get the most distance out of this throw. All right, so that's going to do it for me. Thank you for purchasing the video analysis. Thank you for sending in the video so quickly. You wouldn't believe how many people send it in like 2 weeks later. So thank you for sending it in quickly. If there's any questions, please reach out and let me know. Shoot me over an email. Let me know if there's anything specific that you want to work on. If he's having trouble with the drill, send me a video, pictures, whatever of how you've got it set up, and I'd be happy to take a look at it and make sure everything's going well. All right, so thanks again. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to hear from you soon.